Okay, welcome to today's class. So today I'm going to be teaching you on how to use the Photoshop software. Photoshop is a professional design software. Photoshop is a professional graphic design software. It can also be used for other tasks. It can also be used for website design and other things, but today we're going to be focusing on graphic design. So there are different design softwares like CorelDRAW, like Photoshop, like Pixel Lab and Canva, which we are going to be exploring in this channel. Welcome to the Emmacom studio. So on this channel I'm going to be teaching you graphic design from beginner level to an advanced level. So let's start. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share also. Yes, okay, so this is the Photoshop window. This is Photoshop interface. There's a welcome screen. So just in case you already have Photoshop installed in your computer, you can just click and open it. And after you have opened it, if you're using a version from 2020 upward, it's going to display like this. Just in case your own is not displaying like this, maybe it's displaying in a dialog box in a list format, then you just need to know that you are using a lower version of the Photoshop. So if you don't have Photoshop installed on your computer, or you don't have this particular version and you want it, you can signify in the comment section, and then I'll drop the link to where you can download it. Yes, I'll drop the link for you, then you can download it and proceed. So the grid images you are seeing on by the right, these are recent designs that I have done. So recent designs that I made. So just if you open your own also, after a while this is how it will be showing. After you have done some designs, when you open it, it will be showing here. So on the left hand side we have two options in the home menu. Number one is to create a new document. Another one is to open a document. The first option, which is to create a new document, the option helps you to create your document from scratch, like setting the sizes, setting the color mode, setting the name of the document, the orientation and all that. But when the open option, use it to open documents that you have done recently. Yes, the ones that are not appearing yet. So you can see some of them are already appearing yet. The ones that didn't appear yet, maybe you did them like 1 month ago, 2 months ago, and then you want to work on it, or you want to extract something from it. So you can use the open option, and then you locate the folder where you stored it, then you open it. So for this class we're going to be using the create new option. So let's click on create new option. This brings us to this dialog box. So on the left hand side we can see a compilation of different sizes. Yes, under the recent menu. So the first option we have here is the recent option, or recent menu. And we can see the compilation of all the recent sizes that I have used for my designs. So just in case I want to do something of that kind, I can quickly go to the recent options and then select the particular size that I used, and then I'll just make use of it. So on the right hand side where is the preset details, the first option we have is the name of the document. So I'm going to put in the name design class, and then the width, I'm using inches. So we have pixels, inches, centimeters, millimeters and all that. So these are all the measurements types that Photoshop has in its software. Just in case you want to do another kind of measurement, or the design that you are doing, the measurement type is not here, the one they give to you is not here, you can convert the one they give you to any of these, and then you impute the size, the height, the size of the height and the size of the width. Yeah, so just take for example, you are given a design to do that is like 5 by 4 feet. So for you to get that feet, how I do it for pixels, I equal like 1000 pixels is equals to 1 foot measurement, and then 2000 pixels is equal to 2 feet measurement. While for inches, 12 inches is equal to 1 foot, 24 inches equals to 2 feet. So the rest you can look for the conversion figures and then you do it. So I'm using inches for this class, so I'm using 16 by 9 inches. The next option we have by the right here is orientation. So I want it to be, we have portrait and then we have landscape. Portrait, when your document is portrait, that means you want the width to be smaller than the height. When your document is landscape, the width is bigger than the height. And then we have option here for artboard. This artboard, if you are using a lower version of Photoshop, you might not see this option of artboard because it's a recent upgrade that they did. This artboard, when you activate this artboard, when you create your document, after you're done with your setting and you create your document, you can be able to create more tabs inside that particular document. Okay, let me give you an example. You're designing you're doing a banner design that there's also going to need it in a flyer format. So instead of it to create a separate document for the two designs, you can just use your artboard. So after you finish the banner design, you just draw another artboard and then resize it for the flyer inside that particular document, and then you create the flyer inside the document. That means you'll be having two tabs there. Okay, so the next option we have is resolution. Resolution is what determines how clear and how sharp your design will look after you have exported it or after you have printed it. So if you use a low resolution, maybe like 50/20, your designs will be blurry when you have exported it. Even when you print it out, it's going to be so blurry. So the recommended resolution for printing and then even on screen, you can use 300 to be on the safe side. Yes, so we have pixel per inch, pixel per centimeter, that one. And then color mode is color mode. Depends on what you are doing. You have bitmap, gray is black and white, RGB, CMYK, and lab color. Are the two the most popular color modes are RGB and CMYK. CMYK is normally for printing. RGB is for designs that will be displayed on screen, maybe your phone screen, television screen, and all that. But the printing machines we have these days, some of them can print RGB colors also. They can print RGB colors. So the next option we have here is the background content. Background content is how your document will look after you're done with the settings. How the document will look. Should it come with a white background? Should it come with a black background, or a particular color you want, or a transparent background? So you just choose. I normally use a white background, so you can leave other settings the way it is. So another option now we have here close to the name is an option to save. If you click on this save, we can save these settings so that we can access it next time Now this measurement is a size for YouTube thumbnail, so I can just put YouTube thumbnail. So anytime I want to do a YouTube thumbnail, I don't need to go and be setting. I'll just get it from here. So when I'm done with putting the name 16:9, which is let's click on save. Now if you check at the left hand side in the saved menu, option, now we can see the YouTube thumbnail has appeared. Initially you can still delete it too. Maybe if your measurement settings was not okay, you can delete it and still do it again. Okay, so that's that for these settings on the right hand side. The name of the document, the measurement type, the width, the height, the orientation, portrait or landscape. If you are going to use artboard to have more than one tabs in your document, your resolution, which determines how clear your document will be after you have exported it for printing or for displaying on screen, the color mode, and then the background color. So on the left hand side we have the recent option, the recent menu option, where you see your recent sizes that you've used. Next one is saved, the ones you saved, the measurements, the document settings that you saved. And we have another preset option here, which is photo preset sizes option. So for those are photographers, if you're a photographer, there are preset sizes you use. Yes, then we have a print option. If you are doing a job that you're going to print and you need the sizes, you have some sizes that you're not all, some are there, A5, A4, A3. Most times you can be doing a design that will be customized, and be doing a design a size that is customized according to what the client needs. We have other preset art and illustration. If you're doing digital painting on Photoshop, you can make use of any of these preset sizes here. If you're doing a web design inside of the Photoshop, you can make use of any of these preset sizes. You're doing mobile phone design, just like a wallpaper for a phone, wallpaper for your smartwatch. So this is a preset sizes that can use film and video. So just that's it. So we are done with the settings on the right hand. So let me make my resolution. My settings here have changed, so I'm just going to move to this saved and then double click on this. Okay, so this is it. So this is the Photoshop interface. So now the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set these windows to how I want it to be. It's already okay. So this is it. I'll drag this thing back. Okay, so I'll zoom in my page. So let's explore the interface of the Photoshop so we get familiar with it. Now you're seeing different tools at the same time, different options are here. Yes, I'm going to be explaining everything here. Yes. Okay, so the first thing we have here at the top side of this interface are menus, different menus, and each of those menus have different options. There are different options. So in the file menu, you have the option to create a new document, option to open a new document, to browse in Bridge, to open as smart object, open recent. So if you want to open a recent document you're doing, you can just come to open recent. You move down the 19 files. Okay, the next option we have here is the edit option. this menu. There you can see your undo, redo, toggle, last state, cut, copy mesh, paste. So all these options are there. The next menu, image. So these are the menu options at the top. So the next options we have here is the property bar. So you look at the left hand side of the screen, you see the toolbox. These are the different tools that we have here. So each of these tools, they have their properties. So when you click on any of these tools, the properties or the options related to that tools will be at the top side here, so you can modify and customize how you want to use the tool. So just as we are now, we are on the move tool. So these are the properties of the move tool. You click on this selection tool, the properties has changed. So we have different options here in the property bar. So we click on this selection tool, the options here have changed. It's right below the menu bar. So any tool you click on, the properties of that particular tool is going to appear at the top side below the menu options. Yes. Okay. So these tools in the Photoshop by the left hand side. These are the tools. And on the right hand side we have the panels. So we have the layer panel, which is this one, is a layer panel. We have character panel, properties panel. Okay, so this layer panel at the right side, whatever you insert into your document, whether it's an image, a text, a shape, whatever you insert into the document here is going to appear in your layer panel, so you can customize it from there. So the first tool we are going to be exploring is the text tool. The text tool has you can see there, it has a T icon. It's capital the T icon. You can see that the left side of the tool. So click on it. You are doing horizontal type. So click once in the document, then I'll type Photoshop class. Okay, Photoshop class. That is it. So I just finished typing. So for us to customize, to edit this text, so I'm going to highlight the text. For us to edit it, you need to edit it from the character panel. It's telling us about the different panels. We have character panel, properties, layer panel. So we edit it from the character panel. But this is the character panel at the top side of the right screen, the right top of the screen. So the first option we have here is to change the style, of the right top, to change the font. So if we click on this little icon here, the list of your fonts are going to appear. So it's just for you to select. If you are not seeing the one you want, there's a slider at the right here. You can just slide it down to see more fonts. So this is it. So I selected this one. So the next option we have is the style of the write-up. Some write-up used to have some fonts used to have different styles, like bold, italic styles, and just like that. So just in case, if you already know the name of the font, you can just click inside this box, the first box, highlight the text, the name there, name that's already there. You can write the one that you want. You can write like area, so it will appear. To just quickly search for the font, then select the one you want. So we come to this style. You can see that we have the regular style, italic style, bold italic, and black style. So depends on the font you are using. Some fonts just have only one style. So the next option we have here is the size. From here you can increase the font size or decrease the font size. So if we move our mouse, if we move our cursor to this double T icon, we can left click and drag it to the left to reduce the size. We drag it to the right to increase the size of the font of the text. So you can still manually impute the size. If you want it to be like 50 points, you just write it and then press enter to automatically reduce or increase the font to what you want. Okay, so the next option we have here is it's called the leading option. The leading is a space in between two lines. Leading is a space in between two lines of text. So just like if you should write something like Photoshop class part 1, if you observe, I've written the text, but you find out that it is joined with the first one. It's too close to the first write-up that is there. So I have to highlight all the text and go to the leading option. Then go to the leading option, click and drag just like we did for the font size. Click and drag to the right to increase the leading. You drag to the left to reduce the leading. So now you can see that the two lines of text are now well spaced. Yes. And another option we have is the tracking option. Immediately under the leading option, we have the tracking option, which is the place where you see the VA icon. So same thing as reducing the font size and increasing it. Left click on the icon, on the VA icon, drag to the left to reduce the tracking. The tracking is the space in between each letters of your text. That's the tracking. So we'll move down to the options down here. There are different icons down here. Yes. So the first one is to make your text bold. The second icon here is to italize your document, to make it slanty. The next one is to make it capital letters, while the next one is to make it small letters. So the next option is to create a superscript. This is how the superscript looks like. We have like this class. If I have like 2 here at the front, if I want this to look like a superscript, to be at the upside of the text, small. So that's how a superscript is. I make it a subscript to be down, something like that. So the next option is to underline your text, and the next option is to strike through your text. Just maybe you want to create a currency sign symbol like a naira sign, you can use the strike through option to do that. Okay, that's for the character panel. This we know how to do some basic setup, know how to do some basic customizing or editing for our text. So okay, so now we're going to move on so now I believe we can type in our text in Photoshop and also edit it. Type in our text in Photoshop and also edit it. So I'm going to move on. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be showing us is, I've shown you the text tool, so I'm going to explore the move tool. So this is the move tool. The move tool is the first tool on the toolbox. The move tool is the first option we have there. So it helps you to move your items in the document. It helps you to move every item in the document. It also helps you to scale your items in the document. It can be a text, image, a shape. So it will help you to move it from one point to another point in the document. You want to scale it to increase the size, you can use the move tool to achieve that also. Okay, so the next tool I'm going to be showing us is the shape tool. The shape tool is okay, I'm going to be showing us the shape tool is below, is above the zoom tool in Photoshop there. So close to the hand tool. The shape tool is close to the hand tool. If you look at the left where my cursor is, that's the shape tool. If you right click on it, you see different shape options: ellipse, rounded, polygon, line tool. So I want to draw a shape. For you to draw a shape, you just need to click and drag. You click and drag, and then you can, once you release your mouse, it's going to create a shape. So this is a shape has been created. This is a shape. So how can we customize this shape? I'm going to delete the shape now. So we click on the shape tool again, which is rectangle tool. Now in this view, at the property bar, look at the property bar at the top. So first option we have there is fill. When you are creating a shape, it's not supposed to come with a fill, except you can select particular fill you want it to come with, or you can just use this first option, this icon that is at the top, a box that is striped through with red. That's going to disable the color for shapes. Anytime you're drawing shapes, there won't be color on it. And then the outline, you can see use that option of no outline also. So when you draw your shape, it's just going to be like that. It won't come with color. So for you to change the color of your shape, you can click on this little box that is on the shape layer in the layer panel. Double click on it. It's going to open the color option. So, and then if you want to change the style of change the color of your text, you go to the character panel. Immediately under the tracking option, below you see color. So if you click on it, you can change the color of your text. You can change the color of your text from there. That's it. You can change the color of your text from there. So another thing I'm going to be showing you, I've talked about shapes, talked about text. So after you draw your shapes like this, the shape is still there, there's no outline, there's no fill, that's why it's not showing. So there is, on the layer panel, you have the FX option. That FX option there gives you different formatting options. If you click on it, you have different options. These are layer styles. That's what it's called, layer styles. So we can decide to add a color to the shape now. So click on the layer, on the layer panel, click on FX below the layer panel, at the downside of the layer panel, then click on color overlay, and to open this dialog box for you. So we have blend mode, opacity, which is the visibility of the color. So we click on this white color box and we change the color of the shape to this. So we'll change it to black. We have true. Click OK. So if you want to add outline to the shape, you go to stroke. Then go to the first option you have is the size of the stroke. So it's not shown because the color that is here is white and then the background is white, so you just have to change the colors to something else so you can see the effect of what they're doing. Okay, you will see it is increasing. Reduce it, increase it, just like that. And then we have the position of the outline. Should the outline be inside or outside of the shape? So if you choose inside, it how it look, outside is how it looks. Then center, so just know the one that is okay for you. So you still have other layer styles here. Gradient, you have bevel and emboss, you have contour, texture, stroke, inner shadow, inner glow, satin, color mode, color overlay, gradient overlay, color overlay, and gradient overlay. The difference that color overlay is just one color, it's using just one color, while gradient overlay is using more than one color. We have pattern overlay, outer glow. We are going to be exploring all that in the classes that are coming. So change the color of this text again. To change the color of the text, you click on the text on the layer panel and go to the character panel and click on color. Then you can select the color you want to use. So if you move your cursor out of this dialog box, if you move it out, it will automatically activate the color picker. That means you can move the document and click on any color and it will quickly change the color of the text to that particular color that you clicked on, and click OK when you're done. So as for text, that's for shapes. As for text, and that's for shapes. So we are going to stop here for today, and in the next class we are going to be talking about other designing tools that are here in Photoshop in the next class. So don't forget to like the video, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. Just in case you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section if you need the Photoshop software, and indicate in the comment section. Yes, if also you want a one-on-one mentorship, also you can indicate in the comment section. Also, if you want a private class for Photoshop, you can indicate in the comment section. So thank you very much. This is Emmacom Studio. Then we are going to continue in the next class. I'm going to continue in the next class and explore other things, other tools.